Welcome back to our last part. We will start seeing the example which we have seen there. Let's start. We are going back to the Node Basic. We will start it with Code Studio. Yes, Code. We have started this. We have seen an example of server routing. We have seen URL parsing. Like for example, URL check. We will start with the URL check. This is the example which we have seen there. So let's run this. You can download it from your GitHub repository. So what you will write? You will write the node space URL check dot js. Now you can see it has returned me the same localhost colon 3000 8080 q dot host q dot path name is slash default dot htm and q dot cert is the complete string and q data dot month is returning me the value of February. If I will use this as an year, no, I have to save it. Sorry, I have to save it and rerun it. You can see it is giving me the year. So you can print the year or month. Next, we have seen an example of routing. So let's see an example of routing. This was the code that was written there. You can see we have written two basically routes here. First one is request.url is equal to slash and method is equal to get, and we will send back this response. And request dot URL is equal to count slash account and the method is equal to get, and we will send this. Now we will run this server. The port is 1337. Node server route dot js. The server is running. We will go to the web localhost colon 1337. Now by default slash will be called and it is returning me hello home page. You can see it is hello home page. Now if I want to call the slash account, I will write slash account this path. I will enter this and you can see hello account page. It is returning me hello account page. And other than that, if I will call account one, it will be a 404 error. So by default this actually server is returning. Now you can ask the question that I have not defined the method yet. By default, whenever you write something into your browser and enter, by default it will be sent using get method. By default every browser sends with the get method. You have to implement post, put, delete via other mechanisms. Okay, so whenever we write something into our browser, by default it will be sent using a get method. So using a get method we have sent this information to sorry, get method. The user has sent us the request and we are responded accordingly. Next example was of node static module. You can see it is the same copy pasted code from there. Port 3000. Let's run this code. Node static module .js. The server is running. Now I will go to the port is 3000 instead of 1337. You can use any port. So it is returning me hello world. How it is possible? From where it is returning me? You can see it will return me from dot slash public. Dot slash if I will go to dot slash public folder, you can see it contains two files, home.html, index.html. By default, index.html file will be loaded, and index.html file is returning me hello world. I can call the home.html just like home.html. So it is returning me home.html. Home.html contains hello world home. So it is returning me hello world home. So node static is working by doing this. Node static is serving my HTML file, and I have seen a server route which is serving me dynamically content whatever I want to print to the end screen. We have seen uh, number of steps today. We have seen URL parsing. This is what we have seen, how to parse the URL. We have seen how to write the routes. Route is the combination of this method plus the URL, and we have written if else different routes. And the third thing, we have seen how to use an external module. So this is an external module that has been required, node static, that has been installed, already installed into my PC. That's why I don't need to be installed. You have to install it. So if you want to run into your system, you just need to install npm install node dash static. So it is a test module. After installing, you can see the documentation. We are configuring here. We are creating a handler of static server type, and we are passing the information here also. So alternatively, we are basically responding with a static files. In our next lecture, we will see basically FS module, how FS module works, how files and streaming works. So, meet you in next lecture. Thank you very much.